So one of you asked me the other day, what was the best decade that I can remember? And you probably thought that I was going to say the 80s because I've done some videos about the 80s recently. And some of my stories are set in the 80s. And the 80s now are so distant from the present that it really is kind of a different world that does need some explaining to really understand it. But I wouldn't say that that was the best decade I experienced. And the reason is because just from a technological standpoint, uh, there were a lot of limitations to technology in the 1980s. For example, I don't miss typing out long form documents on a typewriter with correction fluid. I've actually done that before. That was not fun. I can remember a time before VCRs and even before telephone answering machines. Of course, we're going back to the 70s for that. I would say that the 1990s were the best decade to be alive, again, in recent memory. And just from a technological, we can't possibly consider this from every perspective. I'm going to focus on technology and society in this video. In the 1990s, you were starting to get enough technology that made life a little bit more convenient. So by the latter half of the 1990s, we had, for example, Windows 95, which is a lot of you younger folks have a hard time appreciating how revolutionary that was, that you had word processing software and spreadsheet software that was easy to use. We did have the internet, and it's pretty, the internet is pretty darn convenient, speaking as somebody who reached adulthood before the internet came around. But what you also had back then was the internet did not yet define our society. And in this era before social media, it certainly didn't define our identities. So we had the internet, but the internet was there to serve us rather than having us serve the internet and all the different social media sites and tech giants and so on. So anyway, the 1990s were, I would say, my favorite decade on balance. Thanks for tuning in. I'll talk to you again soon.